So it's finished full time at the Charters Community Stadium, Winchester City 1, Hendon 1, and I'm joined by Craig Davis after this afternoon's game. Davo, first of all, talk me through your view on how the game went today.
I don't know what I don't really know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. I thought, again, it's a game that we've come from behind and got something from. I think that's another real positive thing to do. To be a team that is capable of doing that and it never feels out of a game. It's whether you're glass half empty or glass half full. It feels like that really. We had a lot of spells in the game. I didn't think we started great first 20 minutes, and then for 25 I thought we were excellent. Probably 25 in the second half, thought we were excellent, and then credit to them, they sort of wrestled a bit of momentum back. But look, I know they're near the bottom of the league. They're actually a good team. We watched them at Harrow. They've got some good players, some outstanding players actually as well. So I think they'll be, they certainly won't be languishing. And their manager said that not many teams have battered us in spells like we did 4 spells. So like I say, we had a lot of chances. Could have easily won the game. Equally indebted to Charlie for a couple of brilliant saves. So we'll respect the point. Any point in this league is a great point.
Yeah, for sure. And like you say, it was good. Good test of character to come from behind and get an equaliser. And great to see Silvano on the back on the score sheet again.
Yeah, he's popping in with a few goals. Obviously, we need more. We want more from him. Not just goals. There's more to his game, and at times throughout this season, he showed that. So we do need more. I challenged the lads this week. Really, I was disappointed in them last week. Felt that we were, as a group, the standards were dropping a little bit, and I think we got a little bit back to basics with some of it today. I don't think someone asked me who was your best player today. I don't think anyone really played particularly well, like overly wow, what a standout performance. Probably Charlie for his couple of saves, but that would be foolish to say our man of the match was Charlie because he didn't have a lot to do. But as I said, I'll probably, I don't know, as the weekend pans out, I'll probably feel more content with the point than I sort of do now, really, because it could have gone either way.
I think what was very reassuring to see was the amount of chances that we're making. You'd certainly, I think, be a lot more concerned if the opportunities weren't there. And I think, I'll say somebody that stood out for me today that I thought had an excellent game, was creating chances, was Alex McAllister.
Yeah, do you know what? I was going to say that when you were just talking, then thinking, well, actually, probably Macca, because I had a long chat with him on Thursday. Why is he not necessarily doing what he needed, or what we would want him to do, and why is he not impacting the game as much as he can? And I thought, like you say, today he was much more effective, which I'm pleased for him about. He's a good kid, real nice lad. Really cares. I said sometimes those sort of languid footballers don't necessarily look like they care as much as they actually do because of just the way that they sort of shape their body and when they move and they run and they sort of glide. But no, I thought he was good today. I did think he was good. Probably could have scored or made another goal out of it, but he was good. I thought was good as well.
Yeah.
I said no, I don't think anyone was poor, but everyone was pretty good. Archie had a good game.
Yeah.
I thought he was very, very powerful with his headers. Borney played well. I can go through the team, but like I said, no one was as good as they could be.
Sure. Well, we look ahead and we've got a short trip to Merthyr on Tuesday night. Obviously, a place that's got lots of happy memories for the club. As a non-league football club, how do you prepare for a game like that, knowing that a lot of the lads are going to need to book time off work? Would that affect the kind of team you can put out? It's so tough.
You can't prepare for it. You just got to hope and pray that lads can find a way of being available for it. I know that there's at least 2 that can't be there. Other than that, I think we're okay. It's a long way. Yeah. Very long way. I think it's a disgrace actually that we've been given that fixture. No team has got any journey like that towards us. If a game gets called, like we got Plymouth in a midweek, I get that. We played them on a Saturday, got called off because they're in the FA Cup. We got to go there midweek. It's just the way of the world. To schedule a fixture like that is a disgrace. But there's no point bleating on about it, although I'm bleating on about it now. As a group of players and staff and everybody, we just got to sort of get ourselves there, find a way of getting there, get as good a team out as we can possibly get. We're leaving at 2:30.
It's the middle of the day.
And then we're going to get back at 2 in the morning or 2:30 in the morning, and then lads have got to be expected to get up, go to work. It's scandalous, really. But no, we will try and prepare as best as we possibly can. We're going to have a coach, which is good.
Yeah.
You don't drive, but then again, that means you've got to leave earlier because the coach is slower.
Yeah.
So it's
swings and roundabouts,
There's
isn't
a lot
it?
of that, but yeah, we will look forward to it. We'll go there full of confidence in the fact we got another point today on the board. You know, like you say, we had good times last time we went there. Maybe not with the coach because that got broke down, but
Yeah.
the result was good. Yeah, they're a decent size. Seen them a couple of times this year. We have, and yeah, we'll look forward to it.
So towards the tail end of this week, we were delighted to announce a new signing, a returning face to the club. So Dan Walster has rejoined us. How did that one come about?
I mean, as with any of the players that left, we had. Sorry, someone just walked in. As with any of the players that left, we have relatively good relationships with all of them. They all leave, with my best wishes. Obviously disappointed that they went. I think it was wrong decisions for some of them, and lo and behold, one of them thinks it was a wrong decision to go. So yeah, he's going to come back. Knows that he's got to sort of fight to get himself back in, but wants to be part of it. He's infectious as a lad, great lad. Cares about his football. Very welcome addition to the group of players that we've got. So yeah, I'm pleased to have him back. He's a good kid, and I think he made a real bad decision to go because he would have had opportunities. Because Gosport, realistically, their aspirations are to go up, and they're not necessarily going to hang their hat on someone who needs a lot of development, which he does, and we will invest that in him. So yeah, I'm pleased to have him back.
I know we sort of mentioned it before when IK returned to the club in the summer as well, but as a manager, it must feel nice for you personally knowing that even when a player leaves the club, their first thought when they're looking to move again, if you like, is to come back to you and to come back to the club again.
Yeah, I think there's very few players that have left and thought, I hated it there. The manager's an idiot, the staff are idiots, they do things rubbish, blah 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 blah. It's very few that do that. Most of them leave, and we've had a lot of returning players because they like what we do, they like how we treat people. From the outside, people don't necessarily like what we do and think that whatever they want to think, but people that have been in that dressing room and that group and part of the club have, sort of gets in their blood a little bit.
It's an infectious club.
Yeah, I think so. And so yeah, we everyone that leaves, we try and make sure they go out properly, and that kind of paves the way for people to potentially come back.
Well, David, thanks very much for your time, and I look forward to catching up with you after Tuesday's game at Merthyr.
No worries, and anyone that's come in, absolute credit to you for coming and supporting us. Obviously, I hope the boys can get there safely and out of work and everything like that, but fair credit to any supporters that go, and we do really appreciate it, so thank you to everyone who's come in.
No worries, thank you.
Cheers.
So I'm delighted to be joined by City's, returning signing, Dan Walster, who has this week rejoined the club. Dan, first of all, before we talk about your move back, what's your take on today's game?
Yeah, I think the boys done well. It was a good point. As we said, every point in this league's good.
Yeah.
I think, as we spoke about, just believing ourselves. Like, the game was there for the taking, really. I think they knew that as well. I think they'll probably will go away thinking that's a good point. So, yeah, move forward, take the positives from it and see what happens.
Nice. So how are you feeling being back at the club? Yeah, tell me about it.
No, I love it. I loved it last year.
Yeah.
As we all know, I went away, saw what I could have done elsewhere. Perhaps didn't work out exactly how we imagined for multiple different reasons, but it was a bit of a no-brainer, really. There was nowhere else I was going to come.
So, just for so everyone knows, really. So, did Davo come knocking, or was it kind of a mutual decision? How did it pan out?
Nah, I mean, me and Dave always stayed in contact.
Yeah.
That was never a fallout. It was just something that I wanted to go and explore, I suppose. He was very good about it at the time. We still spoke almost fortnightly, I suppose. And yeah, just things didn't work out, and it got to a stage where I thought, for my own football, I need to be playing, and there was nowhere else I wanted to be playing really. So that was the conversation.
City fans will love to hear that, mate.
Yeah.
So now that you're back, what is sort of your hopes, your goals for the rest of the season? Do you in the summer, do you set yourself targets? How do you tackle a campaign?
Yeah, I mean, at the start of the season, obviously the goals that I had set perhaps haven't obviously planned out so far, so it's about almost resetting. I think as a team, just push ourselves as hard as we can. There's no reason to be scared of anyone in this league. I mean, I've seen games, I've watched games, I've played in games with teams from this level, and it's nothing we should be scared of. I think for me personally, just like what Davo said to me and what anyone said to me really, the best advice I've got is just play, wherever that is. If you're a young lad, you need to be playing, and I need to be playing 25, 30 games, helping the team, and just go from there really.
So how are you feeling fitness wise? Are you in a position that you're ready to go? Do you need a bit of game time under your belt? How do you feel?
I mean, obviously I've been keeping fit. Gosport was brilliant for that. Like, the training was brilliant. Development wise, they've helped me with a lot of things perhaps I hadn't thought about before. Obviously I went on a brief loan to Lymington, which helped me stay match fit, I suppose. But yeah, no, I've been working hard away from it. I haven't played obviously a game for 4 or 5 weeks now. But I don't think physically I could be in much of a better position right now, and it's just about slowly building into the team again.
So one final question. Obviously you left the club in the summer, you've come back, and I think it's fair to say there's been wholesale changes. A lot of it, it's a very different change room than what it was last season. How have you found the lads?
Nah, nothing changes. Look, it's still the same environment. I love all the boys the same. The boys that stayed, obviously it instantly clicks. You've had good memories with them. You come back in, you get a bit of banter for leaving, coming back, which I obviously expected. But no, the new lads are brilliant. I knew a couple were at Aldershot with me. I know Archie lives near me. But yeah, no, I've just almost enjoyed taking the stick of it all really and trying to deal with it in whatever way I can. But yeah, no, I'm just happy to be back.
Brilliant. Well, Dan, thanks for your time. We're delighted to have you back at the club.
Brilliant. Cheers.